Hello, fellow homeowners. Those of you getting ready to sell your home, you're going to want to pay attention to this one because I have for you today 4 tips on staging your home and getting ready for sale. Now, it's not fun. I know it's not. I just moved myself and I'm thinking about all the things and all the stuff that has to be done from cleaning to organizing to putting away to moving to hiding to throwing out and all the other things in between there, right? So, for example, like you don't even realize the amount of things that you have. My wife and I just moved and we had a dresser a little bit bigger than this. And I realized when we went to move that for the better part of 3 years, we just had junk. It wasn't organized, it didn't make sense, it was not necessary, and sometimes it moved and sometimes it didn't. In fact, I think there might be like a spot where something left something on that dresser and it's no longer going to go away, like it's just there, right? So 4 tips staging getting ready to sell your home. First, declutter and depersonalize. It's the easiest way to improve the look of your property, especially when we bring in a professional photographer. Getting as many things off your counters in the kitchen as possible, emptying the shelf that doesn't need to be done, right? That's what the junk drawer for. Just slide it in or pack it up, whatever you prefer, right? Depersonalizing. For me, I am not the person that says go take off all of your grandkids' pictures off the wall. I will say if the entire wall is full of family pictures, it might be too much. But it's okay to have some kind of personalization because I know that people like feeling at home. And there's certain personality types that if they see a wedding photo or a family photo of some kind, they're going to go, oh, this is a home. Like we can live here. And that's a good thing. We want them to buy the house, right? So that's the first one, declutter and depersonalize. Next, maximize natural light. It astounds me. And I actually have to, I tell my owners this. A lot of people's natural instinct when they leave their home, whether it's vacant or not, is to close the curtains and the blinds. And that's okay. Like, I'm not going to stop you if that's what you want to do. But one, when we do that, the house starts to take on a little bit of a musty, not a fresh as a smell, right? And that can be combated different ways. But imagine being a buyer and go do this. Stop into an open house and see what you want to do, right? But imagine being walking into a home that you're considering buying. You're kind of excited in today's market, and it's dark, and the agent's flipping on switches, and it just doesn't feel good, right? Now imagine blinds are open, curtains are open, and you walk in and you see this beautiful home that you've been thinking about, and you're like, this feels good. It's huge. So when you leave for showings, keep stuff open. I'll actually go to showings and I'll get there before my buyers to make sure that I can open blinds and make it look good so that we can sell the property. That's our goal. Like, that's what we're here for. Highlight key features. There's a lot of different ways of doing this. You can use pictures and draw things in. I'm a big fan of using the staging with photography at the same time to sell a house. So I'm usually looking for a moneymaker shot in every house. One of the houses we sold down in Oshkosh a few years ago had a pool, and the owner had great furniture. So before the shoot, I went and grabbed one of their glass pitchers, tossed a bunch of ice in it and water, so that the warmth outside would make it get condensation, right? And then we put it on a table between the 2 chairs, and the photographer came in between the 2 chairs with this, and they took a shot of the pool in the backyard through that. That's the kind of way we can highlight key features for staging and stuff like that. Now, we're not going to go put that out before every showing, but I can tell you when we take that photo, that's one of the money shots. Keep that in mind. Create functional spaces. Some houses have an awkward layout. It just is what it is. There's rooms that we don't know what to do with, or spaces. Go define every single room that you can. The entire house could be a little weird, and you can have nothing in the rest of the house. I'm sorry. The entire house can have like a good layout, but you got a couple spaces that are odd. Go make them into something. We recently had a house where the tenant lived there, and I walked through, and I had seen the house before there was a tenant, and I was like, God, this just has a very awkward layout. I don't know what we're going to do. Then the owner decided to rent it out. The tenant actually did it very nicely. And I walked through, I'm like, wow, this doesn't feel like an awkward layout at all. Fast forward, the tenant moves out, we do photos, and I'm back to this feels awkward. And I realized that that tenant had put a desk in a certain place and they were using one space as a nook for reading, and it felt natural and it felt good. So, top 4 things. I definitely encourage you to do those. Give us a call because we can help. There's also companies that can help. Keep us in mind. Let us know what we can do to help you out.